What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all again for tuning in to another episode of the Dope Sessions podcast with Kelvy. And as always, I got a special guest with me. This is one of my brothers. I've been wanting to chop it up with him for a while. So, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my brother, Al Hardy. What's going on, man?
What up, Playboy?
How you been, bro?
I know we've been talking about Lincoln forever, just schedules and timing and but nowadays we ain't got nowhere to be but here, huh?
Right.
Man, so what you been up to, bro?
Man, just doing this and doing music and just here.
I peeped that joint out there. I'm gonna have to get a verse on the next one or something.
Okay, man.
And get some video. Get some of the videos going.
Yeah, man. Oh, I got you, bro. I got you.
Yeah,
man,
we're gonna have to link up and do a whole project. You know what I'm saying? I'll take care of all the visuals. Y'all do the music.
Okay. So,
that's what's up, trying to get some visuals, get some nice visuals going for y'all. Y'all had a nice project. I gotta give it to you.
Oh man, thank you, man. Thank you.
I've been rocking with it since y'all dropped it. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. I'm glad. I'm glad, bro. Like for real.
I think y'all should have named it something else.
Really?
Yeah, you was talking about a lot of relationship joints on that. You know what I'm saying? And I know, what you've been going through.
Mm-hmm.
So I was feeling it. So, I was looking for that title to link it with that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, you should have named it something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like breakups or something. I thought it was dope.
Oh, okay.
I was like, man, it was real personal.
Yeah.
So that's what I liked about it. Like you was letting everybody into your life. So,
right. Yeah. So I'm trying to remember how we first kind of like connected, because I think we have like mutual friends.
It was through your brother, because I know Anton. I've been knowing him since like '96. We used to ram together back in the day, and then I know with everybody with the Illy Soul movement. I'm trying to think who I was in that. What was dang, I can't think of his name. But I know him and your brother, they was real cool. He had the cleft lip.
Yeah, I can't
think of his buddy name right now. That was my homie too. He gonna kill me. But anyway, and your brother, then I don't know how we got connected in there. You know what I'm saying? I think it had to be about some hip hop. It had to be hip hop. So, but I know it was just because of the love of the art. We kind of linked up and was talking and chatting.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, you right? You like, yeah, I write. And I know we started on the Way Up series once before. But, hard finding the actors and how that go.
Mm-hmm.
But we started on that, shot a pilot for that. You wrote a dope ass, the season was dope what you did, and I was like, man, this cat he nice with it.
Right.
And then that kind of fell apart, and I think it was like around the MC report. I think that's how we got in tune in the group. I believe it had to be up in there.
Yeah, because I do remember like the conversation. Like, I mean, we just like we hit it off like real cool, and like, and then I remember you asking me if I could write, and I'm like, yeah, and so we started the web. We were going to do a web series together, and you actually shot the pilot for it. I don't even know if that pilot still around.
Yes, it is. I'm gonna send you the link for it. It's still on. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm gonna send the link for it.
Okay. Yeah, like I think it was called My BFF or something like that. Yeah.
But it goes to show you how hard it is when you're doing stuff by yourself. I'm trying to be a sound man, the cameraman, the director. Like, man, this don't work here, bro. So it's just all about teams, really. That's one person can't do it all. Might have to pick up that slack. So it's really about putting teams together, man. That's all it's about, having the right team. So
yeah, man, and hopefully, man, like you know, hopefully, like once we, you know, get everything together, man, we could just do it again, man, and just. Cause I think it was like from the pilot, I was like, man, this could be something dope, like something special.
Actually, yeah, you know, and then now you're looking at stuff like the series that's on now. What it is, with old girl Issa Rae.
Oh, Insecure.
Insecure, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I was watching that the other night. I was like, man, I can do this. I'm like, you know, like it's good, but you know, it's real basic. You know what I'm saying? It's just real life. It's just real life situations. And I was like, and that's what that actually was, a real life situation. You know, about a best friend and two opposite sex best friends, and you got that sexual friction in between the two, and you know, they can't never cross that line or it's over with. So you know, it was that fighting off that temptation.
Yeah.
But yeah, it actually was a dope concept. I'm gonna send you that. I'm gonna pull it up and send it to you, bro.
Okay.
So
yeah.
We'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah, so. most definitely, man. How did you get started into like because I know you said that you were doing a lot of rhyming back in the day. So how did you get started with film work and then photography? How did all that come about?
Oh man, I think it had to be like 2004, probably 2003, 2004. You know, doing some things I shouldn't have been doing, and kind of came into some equipment. And you know, I always wanted, as doing music, so we didn't have people to shoot videos, so I started learning it myself, you know. So I basically got a camera, computer, started with iMovie, and I just started messing around and started getting good, started getting better. Then I started doing other people's projects, and I kind of moved away from the music and more into the video part of it. And actually, you know, like let's say like 2007, I was probably the only person really in Chicago that was doing videos. I was doing a lot of videos all around the city. You know, I was going Midwest, really. You know what I'm saying? I was going to Milwaukee, I was going to Indiana. I'm just shooting videos for people. And once, you know, it kind of a downturn on that. Once everybody started getting the smartphones and they started having the little $200 cameras, and you know, so all them cats came in the game and started charging $200 for videos, and I'm like, oh hell no, you know. So then I started doing more photography, you know what I'm saying? So because I was doing video right before they had all the hybrid cameras, DSLRs that shot videos. So I had like a little man, looked like film. Everybody thought I was shooting with film. I had a little HV20. I made the attachment where I can attach the photo lens to the video camera, so I can control my depth of field. I get that film look. So I was killing them with it. And once the DSLRs came out with the video, that kind of like, it was like, now they got the same look. So now everybody started shooting videos, but then I started really focusing on photography.
Okay.
So I was just doing artists, friends, whoever would let me shoot, just walking around with my camera, just shooting. So I've been doing that for a while now, you know, and I've been, you know, getting back into some videos here and there. I was doing a lot of writing for some directors in the city, doing their treatments for them, helping them out, you know, with their stories. So I was still behind the scenes doing work, but I just wasn't in the forefront. So
yeah, I dig the pictures that I get to see when you post it on Facebook and stuff. Like I really love the way, like your style and how you have everything. It looks very like cinematic to me. From
thanks, I just think a lot of people say that, but I just think I'm alright. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm alright. I'm okay. You know, I always say I could get better, so I'm always, you know, just pushing myself. But that's one thing you know, that's probably my Achilles heel, is not thinking I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I just think I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? So
So do you ever think that you'll ever maybe want to shoot like another, like, I mean, besides like us trying to, you know, get the web
Right,
series
right,
or
right,
whatever.
right.
Do you think that you would ever want to get back into making like a movie or a TV show or
You know
anything
what?
like that?
People always they contact me like the other day, probably Monday this week. Well, today is Tuesday, probably over the weekend, Saturday, 4 days ago or whatever. Somebody sent me an email. Somebody I know sent me an email and was asking me how much I would charge to shoot a film, and I'm like, I wouldn't try to shoot a film, really,
Right.
not by myself, because that's just way too much work.
Because I know you went from rhyming to photography to doing like writing and film work and the web series and stuff like that. And then the next thing I see you pop up with is A Tribe Called Bake. So,
yeah.
So I mean, we all know Tribe Called Bake, Tribe Called
Quest.
It's our love. It's once again our love for hip hop. But the way you did it was just so fresh. So
hip hop, exactly.
What was the evolution in wanting to do Tribe Called Bake?
Now, a lot of people who don't know me, I actually went to culinary school. 96. And I was like I was in the street at the time, and the money I was getting in the street, I was paying my way through school. Paying my way through, and I ain't had no student loans or anything like that. I did take one out later, and I actually didn't even use it. I still got taxed for it, but mostly I was paying cash out the pocket. But that was the first time I got a student loan. I went to Chic. It was a Cook and Hospitality Institute of Chicago downtown. I got a student loan for that, and that was like 94, right after high school, because I went to the Army. Then I came out the Army. I ain't want that. There ain't no place for me. There ain't no place for a black man to be in the Army. So got out of that. Came home. Went to culinary school. That's when I got a student loan for that, and I left Chic. Because it was like you in the lab, which is the kitchen, and then you're in the classroom for the other half of it. I'm like, I just want to be in the kitchen. That's how I learned, hands-on. I went to Washburn Trade School. Now, I paid cash, learned how to, bake. I knew how to bake already because I was in home economics when I was in high school.
Right.
So, the funny thing about going to Washburn, the chef, my instructor, like probably 2 months in, went in the hospital, and I had to teach the class. I'm a student. I'm teaching class. I'm telling everybody what to do because everybody knew I knew what I was doing. I know how to make bread, everything from scratch.
Right.
So after I left there, I worked in a couple bakeries. I got this one pastry chef position once, but I ain't want to do it. I ain't like the organized part of baking. So I kind of like steered away from it for some years. I still baked at home.
Right.
So, I started making cookies around the house, just coming up with different recipes. And I started creating recipes like brownies. I was like, man, I want some brownies, but I could never find the ones I wanted.
Right.
It was always these fudgy brownies, these old thick. I like the hard, the crust on top, kind of in between the cakey, fudgy. I just started developing the recipe, and I made the recipe. I trial and error. People was like, man, I want this, I want that. So I was like, man, I was giving them away at first. So and I just started. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start charging for this show. So I was like, man, what am I gonna call it? So I was, it's always hip hop for me. It gotta be hip hop.
Right.
And I never knew how I could cross the two, hip hop and baking. I'm like, man, how can I, cross them? So I was like, man, think of a dope ass name. So came up first. I was like Naughty by Baker. That'd have been Naughty by Nature.
Right.
And then I said Tribe Called Quest. So that's my top group right there. So I'm like, man, let me make a play on that. Tribe Called Pastry. That was the first one. Then I said a Tribe Called Bake. I said, oh, that's it right there. So I ran with that. Got a little, started messing around with some logos. Got a couple of logos made, but it really was just the name, the words, a Tribe Called Bake that it attracted a lot of people, and it's been doing pretty good.
Oh, that's dope,
I stopped baking since this, this quarantine. I'm like, man, people still calling me about cookies. Hey, make some brownies. I'm like, you shouldn't be eating nothing out of nobody's house right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nowhere. You shouldn't be eating nothing. So, man, people still, but I'm like, nah, I'm trying to wait till all this over with, because, just for safety, that's
I'm glad you brought that up, because that was going to transition to another question that I wanted to ask you. And I've been asking this question to like other, like especially like independent artists that I've been chopping it up with. Like, how has the quarantine kind of just affected your business? Like whether it's Tribe Called Bake, it's the photography, like how has it affected your day to day?
Oh man, it's been rough. It's like, man, everything just on standstill, but I could still be doing some stuff, but I'm like, safety is first, foremost, I don't want to get infected. I don't want to infect, you know what I'm saying? So it's like every social distancing, that's real shit, so that's what I'm practicing that. And but like especially with the baking, now with the photography as well, people, they be wanting, man, I want to get me and my daughter shot. I'm like, look, I send them an email back, look, you shouldn't be shooting with nobody right now.
Right.
I'm not gonna do it, and you shouldn't be trying to do this because you got a daughter. What if the person, the photographer, infect one of y'all, or somebody else infect somebody? You know what I'm saying? It's like, people dying from this shit,
Yeah.
So what I did, now that school is over with, so this is how kind of, the silver lining to the cloud. Now that school's over with, now I'm doing these graduation specials where, they can't get their graduation pictures, so I do them. So now people, I'm putting that out there, I'm marketing that, I'm getting a nice little response off of that. So that's just that's the silver lining to it. But other than that, everything on standstill till it's over with. So
yeah. And you know what? It's I think when it comes to this quarantine, it's affecting all of us. And I've had like plenty of conversations where I know it's affecting all of us, just as Black people, just as the human race. But it's like when you think about like the art and the hustle of it, it's really like affecting indie artists, because we're always on the grind. Not saying that like the big time people ain't on the grind either, but it's more work for us. And it seems like now that we're quarantined and we're at the house, it's like we got to do something creative. You know what I'm saying? We got to do something.
Right. Yeah. So I even pulled out my sewing machine, and going at it on the machine, making masks, doing all type of stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like you say, got to do something creative.
Mm-hmm.
So, and but really gave me a lot of time to think about different business strategies, concepts, just coming up with different ideas for the business. And now it's time to go hard. Which first I wasn't depressed. I was just like, it is what it is. Then I'm like, man, it's kind of going on for a minute. But
yeah, now
I'm like really like seeing the silver lining in it. Like, okay, just get ready for it when it's over with.
Right.
You can't think about the now. You can think about the now, but you got to think about what you're gonna do when it's over with. So now I'm just getting prepared for that. That's the main thing.
So you know, for those that don't know, like I've had the Dope Sessions podcast for a little bit,
for a minute,
for a minute, but like with me, and I tell people this all the time, was like I've been wanting, because usually I'm always doing this by myself. So the fact that we're going through this quarantine made me kind of say, like, everybody's at home. We all got technology now. Even when everything was good, I don't know why I didn't think of this, but it just
I know, because it was more so about, okay, we got to get together. We got to get together to do things. Now it's like, oh, we don't have to do this now. Now we can just remotely do it. You know what I'm saying? Person over here, person over there, probably once a month you could link up, but you know what I'm saying, you don't always have to be in the same room at the same time. So
and I think that's the one thing that the quarantine is like really taught me, was just like, it was like, man, why didn't I think of this before? But now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, I might as well just go ahead and do it and just like put it to use. You know what I'm saying? It's right there. And that's what I think, like, the quarantine for us as just independent like artists and everything, that's the one thing I will say, like, whatever, do it, man. Like, if you got this going, like, do it. Like, what I want to do now is, like, I want to talk about the beginnings, the evolutions of, and how you created the MC report. Where did all of that, what is, like, because it was like a podcast or like
well, you was there in the beginning. It started out as the group, the Facebook group. Sorry about that. I don't know if you hear my phone. Cut my phone off. But it started out as the Facebook group. Then I wanted to do like the newsletter. A lot of the technology wasn't there per se, as far as like distribution and to monetize it. At the time, It wasn't there, but now it's and that's a problem I always have, is I think of stuff that years out I could see it, but it's not feasible to do it at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We could have produced the newsletter, but as far as like just getting it out there for everybody to get, download, monetizing, things of that nature, it wasn't there. So that which was a success, but to keep it going, it wasn't feasible at that time. But now we got all these different stuff like different websites that you could pay to download, keep track, do the marketing. It was just a whole lot of things out now that we didn't have then. But we got, like I said, got the group, the newsletter. Then people from the group, we started doing, just chatting about the podcast. This was like some time later, and we did season 1 of the podcast. We took a break from that. Everybody in the group was Jimmy, myself, and Byron and Jeff. We all business owners, so everybody kind of got tied up doing their things. But now, like you say, doing this would have made it better. Remotely. So we was meeting up once a week doing it. Probably doing it this way, it'd probably be the better way to do it. Like I said, we got tied up, so we didn't have time to meet up every week. So we, get ready for season 2 to push on that. And,
so are y'all gonna do it in this format, or?
That's what I'm thinking. We scheduled a day. We said we're gonna do it one day this week. Give it a shot, see how it goes. So then go from there. So my thing is really about sound. Long as the sound is there, you got quality sound. That's I'm really strict on that. The sound, you got to have the right sound. You see what happened to Teddy Riley?
Right.
It's sound. You can have the look, but you got to have the sound, and you don't want that old that drink champ. I hate drink champs, I hate the drink champs because they need mics. It sound like they're in a hall, an empty hall. I hate that. I hate that. It's just about sound to me, bro. I just gotta have quality sound. So this might work doing it in this format, So, but I plan on doing a couple different podcasts though this year. At least I'm thinking about 3 different podcasts that I want to
Okay. Any is it like all music related or just different?
Well, one is music. I'm thinking about doing. Me and my wife been talking about doing a podcast. Just about we've been married for 20 years, so
okay,
doing a relationship type of thing. Because a lot of people are always asking me how you stay married for 20 years, and
right?
How you do this. So I kind of do a lot of relationship type of advice. And okay, you should do this. You should do that. Oh no, you shouldn't do this. And I think that'd be cool to have a male and female perspective on that. Yeah, especially for people who trying to, get married or whatever. And and the same thing with her. A lot of people always ask my wife stuff. So, hey,
yeah.
So I'm like, man, we should do a podcast. So, she agreed to do it, which I was kind of shocked. So we just got to sit down and do it. But we got to do something though, man.
Yeah, dude. Of course, man. Like whatever, man. And that's the one thing I don't think people understand about, like, just us. Period. Like, anytime you need me for something, like you need me to write something, I got you. You want to do a podcast together, I got you. Whatever. Like, let's do it, bro.
So how often do you do this?
I just kind of started doing this, but it really just, like, I'm just reaching out to people as far as just like to see if we could just like talk and chop it up and just talk about. And a lot of people that I've been talking to are just like on the independent grind type of stuff. Right, so like,
yeah, I've been peeping you, So you doing the thing, which I love,
Yeah.
Like doing you.
Right. Yeah.
Doing you.
Yeah. Man, so yeah, like I'm telling, like whenever you want to, bro, whatever you want to do, man, like, well, let's that's likewise. That's likewise. We'll chop it up off air more. You know what I'm saying? Once we end this session, we'll keep the video conference going. That way we get some ideas going. We already got ideas already, but right, just jumping in which one. We basically doing the same type of shit anyway. So you know what I'm saying? Right.
So.
Like, with everything that you're doing, like, is there anything else that you want to do? I know you were talking about doing the other podcasts, but like, is there anything else, like, you just, because you got so much stuff, man, it's just like,
no, I'm not trying to. I said it at the end of last year. I'm not doing nothing this year, nothing else, nothing, no new ventures. I always have ideas,
right?
And I'll be like, man, I got this idea. Oh, this would be dope to do this. I see something, I'm like, man, I'll tweak this and do this. But no, I need to focus on the web, the podcast, the track all bake, and my photography.
Yeah.
Those are my three right there. I'm I even had the DDG, the DDG Life. I'm chucking that to the side,
right.
I ain't got the time they really put into it, so like you say, one person can't do it all.
Right.
So
yeah.
Now, put a team together to do all this stuff, that's one thing, but one person trying to do that thing, no.
Yeah.
No, that ain't gonna work.
I feel you, bro.
Right, just the basics. I help a lot of people, come up, different ideas for their startups, That's one thing I like to help people. I do more of that.
Right.
I'm giving away plenty ideas. Here, take this, do this. Here. You need an idea here. I do that. I do that all the time. So people ask me like, man, what you think I should do with this? Do this and name it this. And then they're like, oh, okay, that's dope. And then, do their thing with it. So, but yeah, I do more of that. I like to help people.
I do want to. One more thing about Tribe Called Bake. Like, where do you want to see that go?
Mostly I was doing out hand to hand. I had a couple of restaurants that wanted to pick up cookies. I was like, I don't know yet, because I'm making more hand to hand than I was make it more doing retail than wholesale. Put it like that.
Right.
I put like I look at it as like in the street. I'm not gonna be you'll make more, selling the tens. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll make more selling a weight, but it's more money in it on this end as far as the hand-to-hand transactions than it is, unless you got big contracts. But you got like supermarkets and chains and things like that. Then that's a whole different ball game.
Right.
But this year, I may move into a kitchen space, rent out a kitchen space, and maybe I'll do a couple of locations, but mostly just I'm concentrating on hand in hand. If willing, I'll open up a little cafe or something, have a little stage in there, you know what I'm saying? Gotta have a hip hop in there,
Right.
A DJ booth.
Yeah.
With your coffee and your cookies and your baked goods. So, that may be one thing I don't know. So,
dude, man, and when you do that, bro, like I'm gonna be there every damn day.
Joe, don't even trip. Like I say, when we start recording, we're gonna talk anyway. So we're gonna land everything up, bro.
Man.
It's always, like we'll reach out to each other. Oh man, let's link up. We'll never link up. Like I say, time, schedules, but everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, man.
Reason why you don't hook up at one point, you may hook up at this point when it's something start popping. You know what I'm saying? When the ideas are there, when the things are ready. Everything, like I say, everything happens for a reason, bro.
Yeah. Again, man, I thank you for chopping it up with me, man. Like, let everybody know where they can like see your work, see just your photos, your baked goods, everything.
Right. If you're on Instagram, just look up alhardy.photography_. See all my photography work. Or you can go to my website, alhardy.photography. My Tribe Called Bake on Instagram, Facebook as well. Both of those. You can look me up on Facebook, Al Hardy. That's where you're gonna find me at. Unless you're gonna find me in the streets.
Right.
Well, not until the Rona over with. So we're gonna do this again real soon.
Yeah, real soon, man. And thank y'all again for tuning in to another episode of the Dope Sessions Podcast. I'm Kelvy. That's my boy Al. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
That's what. Yep.